say is mind and body. If anything happens to the mind, it affects body, and if anything affects in body, it affects mind. So it is very important to keep both the things in balance. So I'll just give a small example in this, which what is called as placebo effect. Placebo effect is something which is used in the medical industry or medical terms, which means dummy treatment. There has been many researches that has been done, and it is seen that one group of people were administered with a proper drug for, let's say, for as a painkiller, and another set of people, they were not administered the exact medicine, but they were administered with something else like vitamin D, but they were told you are being the same or almost similar for both the groups. Means one group of people took the drug and got better, and another group of people who were not administered the proper drug, but still they got cured. This is how the relationship between our mind and body. And one more thing I would like to bring in here, that it is easy to carry on a weak body with a strong mind. If you think, okay, if you are ill and if you think that I'll get better soon, then definitely the medicine or whatever we are taking, it works multifold. But in the similar situation, if you keep on thinking that I will not get cured or I'm always falling sick, in that case it affects us negatively. So this is very important. Like a strong mind can carry a weak body, but a strong body cannot carry a weak mind. So this is how important our mental health is. Though we all are very much aware and we do a lot of tests, lot of things for figuring out whether we are healthy, whether our sugar level is correct, whether our blood pressure is fine, lot of things. But for mental health, we do not even give so much time to notice what we are going through and what is our mental state. So for that reason, I'll put my time most into the mental health aspect. So one thing I would like to tell, which is called missing child syndrome. I majorly categorize the mental health into three categories, and like why we get mental illness. I think there are three categories that I can broadly classify into. The first thing is missing child syndrome. Like we many times we get questions and we get bogged down by the thoughts like I don't have a good job, or I don't look good. Many of us, like most of us, in one or the other situation, we have gone through these kind of questions, and then we get stuck in these thoughts. Like if there is, let's say in our life, 80% things are going good, 20% things are not as planned, then this 80% we just ignore. We focus on this 20% and make them 200%, and we feel nothing is good in our life. This is one of the major reason why people are so stressed, why people are so much into like anxiety, depression, why this is happening. I believe this is one of the reason why it's like this particular phenomenon is called missing child syndrome, in which like it's we enter into a room which is laid down with beautiful tiles, but in just one tile something is broken, and our complete focus goes on to that broken tile, and we miss appreciating the remaining beautiful tiles in the room. And this is what is called missing tile syndrome. Whatever is missing, we just hook onto it and leave aside everything else which is good. And I believe this is the same thing that is happening in our life as well. And then how do we overcome this? The one best reason we can do is by practicing gratitude. Gratitude and complaining, these are two completely opposite. If you are complaining everything about life, you just shift your focus, be grateful for something. It can be like, I'm alive this particular moment. It is a big gift. that means you are getting an opportunity to do anything you want right now because you are alive. Be grateful that you have family. Be grateful that you have friends. Be grateful that we are able to, in COVID taught us how precious is the oxygen that we are breathing, that nature has given us for free. So many people lost their life because they could not find oxygen cylinder. So these all things, if we practice in our day-to-day life, practicing gratitude for anything that we have, then definitely there would be a shift in our mind. The second thing, many times we come across the challenges that we think we cannot overcome, that we think we are stuck at it and we cannot move ahead. At that point in time, we need to look back and figure out one such incident, because by now we would have come across many such situations in our life where we had thought, okay, this is the end, probably we won't be able to overcome this and go. Just remind yourself of that time when you felt that you would not be able to move ahead, but you have overcome all that. You have grown in your life and you are here where you are right now. So just whenever you feel disappointed or depressed or down or negativity in you, just think of those moments when you thought you won't be able to move ahead, and but you were able to, and now you're here. That would give you strength to move on. And the third thing is comparison. The comparison that we do with others, or the comparison when we see any successful people, we think, see, they are so much successful, they have so many things, and we start comparing our life with their life. Oh, they have this big house, this big car. But what we forget that point in time is success, what made them reach there, their struggles, their effort, their hard work. We forget or we overlook at them. What we see is just where they are, but what they did to reach there, we don't look at it. So if we start looking, when you look at some rich people or any successful people, make them their idol and just try to learn how they or implement the strategies that they implemented to reach at that position, then it would definitely help us in a very positive way. So with this, I would like to share my slide on mental health. I think screen sharing is disabled. Can you please enable it?
Yes, yes, ma'am. एक minute.
Sure.
Yes, ma'am. Now you can share.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, this is the need of the hour. And as I was saying, what is mental health? It is something which includes emotional, psychological, and social health. And it basically depicts how we think, feel, and act, and that affects our daily living, relationships, physical health. And this is a report which really was when I read this, I really felt very bad, thinking 20% of the Indians will be suffering from mental illness by end of 2022. This is something WHO has predicted. And 5.6 crore Indians are already suffering from depression, and 3.8 crore Indians are already suffering from anxiety disorder. So this is something which we really need to look into and help anyone around us who is going through this and help them to get better. So what there are three factors that basically underlines the mental health: biological, psychological, and environmental. Though I believe biological, there are these things we cannot cure completely sometimes, but we can go reach out to doctor, ask for help or medicine, take medicine, whatever is needed. But what we can control is psychological and environmental factors. Psychological factors mostly comes into abuse like emotional, physical, sexual, or the feeling of neglect. Nowadays, it many times it is happening that though we are I have heard this from a lot of people, though they are in a large group, but still they feel like they are alone, they are lonely. These things actually is the beginning point where, in spite of being with so many or amidst so many people, you start feeling lonely. This is one symptom which shows that you need some help there. So these are the psychological steps. Then comes the environmental. The first thing is dysfunctional family, which means a family which is abusive, which does not have any family bonding or family values. And here, what happens? A children or a child which grows in that family, they tend to think that this is the normal atmosphere where they are growing, and at the end, they go and start imitating the same in their own life. So it is high time, like when in any family, it is because kids are our future generation. So we need to take care of this kind of things. Then loneliness, feeling of inadequacy, then social or cultural expectations. People have so many expectations from others that the others get bogged down from that expectation, and many people, they do not even know how to handle those expectations, and they take that extreme step. Then sudden events like any death in the family, which is again not in our control, but in those situations we should know how to handle our own mind or ourselves. Substance abuse is again the third last thing for environmental factor. These are the symptoms how we can know if someone is suffering from mental illness. First is appetite or weight changes, extreme mood swings, fatigue, feeling of hopelessness, worthlessness, or guilt, lack of enjoyment or pleasure, low energy, restlessness, infrequent emotional outbursts, like suddenly they are laughing, suddenly they start crying. Then insomnia or sleep problem, thoughts of like suicidal thoughts or uh, thoughts of death. Then trouble concentrating, focusing, and making decisions. So these are the things, like how we can say that people, whoever is facing or getting these kind of symptoms, they're likely to get into that zone. So what is the solution? The first is practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is something which is being in the present moment, and that like we generally keep oscillating between past future. Very rarely we stay in the present. We do not even realize what we are thinking, what we are eating, what we are doing. So it is very important to practice mindfulness, like be aware of what you are doing, what you want in life. Having that space of mind is very needed. Second is eating healthy. Yeah, diet plays a very important role in our health, whether it is physical health, whether it is mental health, it plays a very big role. Third is staying active. It is imperative to go for a walk or jog or do yoga or Zumba, dance, play anything for 15 or 20 minutes a day. Gratitude journal. This is again, either you can write gratitude journal or you can write a journal. So gratitude journal is where you practice gratitude, as I was saying some time back, that whatever you have in life, you have a home, you have food to eat, you have fresh air to breathe, you are able to walk, you are able to see all these things. These are small things, but when you start practicing gratitude on these things, you will see a drastic change in your life, a positive change in your life. This is a gratitude journal. Apart from that, you can do journaling where you can write about your day-to-day activities, what you are doing. That again helps you keep track of where you are spending your time, what is your plan, what is it that you have completed, and what is it that you want to accomplish. Then the next is practice positive self-talk. Again, this is very important because many times it happens, we keep on saying, oh, I'm not good at this, I can't do, she is better than me, than she is able to do. But this is something we need to change and practice positive talk, like oh, I haven't done this, or I'm not good. I was not good at this, but I'm trying and I'm becoming better day by day, and I'll be able to do this. This is the kind of self talk that we need to do with ourselves, and it increases our confidence and increases our positivity as well. Give back. Sometimes what happens when you just keep receiving, and that moment you feel like you see someone needy and you help them out, that satisfaction, that feeling of satisfaction is something which is unmatchable. So anytime you feel like uh, doing some help, it's not needed, it has to be monetary always. You can help them physically, help someone physically, or by any way you can, that really uh, make us feel good. Then step outside. Again, this is something like going out and spending some time in nature. It really cools us and it really calms us like anything. Just in the morning or any time, take out some time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, morning or evening, go out, be in nature, and you will see a very big difference in previously and after you go to that place and sit for some time. And the last is seek help. Yes, if none of this works, or if you feel like something is bothering you, reach out to your friends, reach out to family. If not, reach out to a counselor, whosoever. But reach out, speak your heart out, seek help from whoever you think can help you out. So, with this, I think these are the things that I had to cover today. And yes, so thank you so much. This is all I had to share.
Okay. Thank you so much, Saraswati ma'am. It was a wonderful presentation with the very realistic examples. Okay.
Yes, thank you, Saraswati ma'am. It was nice. Yesterday थोड़ा network issues थे, फिर भी आज सब कुछ हम कर पाए हैं. Thank you for this wonderful session. Yes, sir. Please continue.
Now, Meenakshi ma'am, whose turn?
Good evening, first of all.
Merin ma'am.
Yeah. Merin ma'am.
It's Marine ma'am, but I'm not able to see her online.
She is on
Merin.
It's not there. Okay. Maybe in this device, I'm not able to make out much.
Okay, so Merin Miamis, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you so much. So now the speaker is Ambassador Dr. Merin Miamis from South Africa. She is the professor and doctorate in humanities, education, as well as humanitarianism. And she is also a global goodwill ambassador, United Nations GIA USA branch, and president of Success World One Academy, South Africa. She is also the president of Chilparko International Women's Council. And she is also a brand ambassador of ABCD International, a global peace ambassador, as well as multiple global award winner. And she is also the representative of South Africa IIU, International Internship University, I think so. And country representative of Global Educator, IDYM, JN, Global Education Fraternity, the founder of MEA Academy. Okay, so, hello.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you.
Okay. So now the stage is yours, ma'am.
Thank you so much, my dear brother. And thank you, Brother Akash. I'm sorry that this video will not be coming on because if I do, I'm going to lose connectivity again. And to come back on is going to be very difficult. So I'm sorry, I'm going to rather just speak while I do have connectivity with you all.
Okay,
So thank you very much.
okay, please carry on. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much for the platform. As usual, Akash Bhai, you always doing with excellent work and excellent speakers. I agree with everything the sister before me has just said, and I don't think there's so much more that I can add other than my little bit that I can try to push through. But remember, mental health is something that's very key. It's a personal passion of mine to get through globally to every woman, every child, every human being, including all our brothers, to grow them and empower them and become more aware of what that means, and to change this mind and concept that everybody has that if you have a mental health issue, then there's a stigma attached to that. We need to please try and create more awareness to erase that stigma, because it is that stigma that is becoming the downfall. And many people are not able to try and reach out to get more help now, purely because of the fear of getting that stigma attached to their name. So it is very important to have webinars and speakers and discussions like this, because that's how we create the awareness. That's how we can reach more people, and that will help to our people, including our children. Because remember, mental health issues, physical, older people, our children nowadays, the youngest ones, the ones that are in preschool and primary school, are children that have personally and already envelop themselves in stressful situations. The pandemic left our children having to deal with so much of stress and thereby an end to them. So if there's one thing to realize is mental issues is every culture, every your background, whatever state and you are in the world, mental health issues are all around you and it's vested in you. I've said this previously on many platforms. We have not just encountered one pandemic of this virus. We had encountered 4 pandemics throughout this virus, and we're still encountering them. We have this pandemic of the virus, which has not left the world yet. We have the pandemic of poverty. We have the pandemic of hunger, and we have this important pandemic, and I call it that, pandemic of mental health issues. So what exactly is this mental health? We need to remember that mental health, emotional, psychological, very key factors for each one of us in our life. Remember, over the course of your life, if you experience mental health problems, then your thinking, your moods, your behavior, all of these are going to be altered or affected. And then many, as the sister before me, contribute to mental health problems, and the biological, of course. Then, of course, you have the life experiences. If you have experienced trauma, or if you have experienced abuse of any form, then these life experiences obviously contribute to your mental health and well-being. And then, of course, there's the family history. If you have a family history of health issues, then obviously remember it's going to come forth. And the quicker you learn how to empower and grow yourself, learning through how to deal with things in life, the quicker it will be for you to make clear decisions in your life. Before to what the early warning signs are, and if and I say again, become aware of yourself in your life, in your circumstance. Try and see whether you see yourself and identify yourself in any of these warning signs. For example, the eating or the sleep, too much or too little, the too much, low, there's these persistent mirrors keep coming that are negative for you. There's so many different things, the ones of harming yourself, for example, or even harming other people because you haven't dealt with what you're feeling. If you somebody who's starting to yell and fight with your family and friends over small and minute things which is not part of your normal character, these are things that you need to become aware of. Are these actually happening with you as a person? But not just about you. If it's not happening with you, then notice whether these things are even happening with those around you, because that is how we start to help each other to get through mental health issues. So notice, are you doing this? Are these signs that are within you right now? Are these signs that you are seeing in other people right now? And remember, the list I've given you is not all of it. There are very many others. And try and look through and learn more, become more aware on these topics so that you can engage further. When we talk of mental health and wellness, remember we're talking positivity. We're talking positive mental health, because that positive mental health is what is going to allow you as a person to realize what your full potential is. That positive mental health is going to help you to cope with the stress of life, to be able to help you to get to work with more productivity. It will help you make meaningful contributions to your life, to yourself, to your family, to your community. And it's very, very important that we learn how to maintain positive mental health. It's not just about how to get through what you're going through and then having this positive mental attitude. Remember, you're going to have to maintain it. And to maintain that, you probably will need to connect with people that are on the same level as you and who have gone through the same things as you. Get professional help to be able to how to maintain and see these different signs before they come on later, as you've gone through them now, and what exactly can you do. But I want to just go through one thing very quickly, and that is out there in society across the world, there's some things that I found when it comes to mental health issues. There are lots of myths. People have made up a lot of stuff, and there are others who actually feel this and believe it because it's just myth. And the way it's put across to people, people start to believe in it. And I'd like to actually just put one or two out there so that people start to reconsider that and know that these are myths, these are not truths. Number one myth that comes up for everybody is that mental health problems don't affect me. If you are somebody who's sitting and telling yourself that, then I am telling you that you are wrong. Because the fact of the matter is that mental health problems are actually very, very common. I mean, in 2020 alone, 1 in 5 adults experienced a mental health issue. That was at the beginning of the pandemic. Can you imagine now, after so many losses of lives, so many of issues that we've all encountered economically, we have now got every single person who's got some form of mental health issue. So do not be sitting there and thinking to yourself, mental health does not affect me. It does. You are who you are right now. If you are somebody who's on hospital, if you are somebody who's stressing on anything at the moment, then you have got stress. Stress is a form of mental health. So understand exactly what this means. Don't stigmatize it, because that's what this is doing. Myths stigmatize mental health issue, and that's what we need to try and erase. Another myth that is out there is that children don't experience mental health problems, and I'm here to tell you that is no truth in it. I have worked with children. I am working with them now, and they have got multiple mental health problems. Even very young children, they show early warning signs of mental health concerns. And these mental health problems are often sometimes clinically diagnosable, yes, but they can sometimes be the product of just interaction with psychological issues or social factors. And half of the mental health disorders show that first signs of a person actually start off at the age of 14. Many times when I, for example, have to counsel somebody who's an adult and we go into the life and assessment of the person, you will find that the starting step of where they went downhill is actually in the childhood. So do not erase the fact of importance of how we can grow our children to become more mentally health conscious and mentally healthy stable. I'm going to leave at that point, and I'm going to say thank you again to Akash Bhai for this lovely program and our moderator. And thank you to the wonderful speakers. I'll every again get more in touch and aware of what mental mental health wellness, what it means to have a mental health issue. And remember, there is always hope. And where there's hope, there is faith. And where there's faith, there's always positivity. And it's up to each one of us to play that role. It is up to you to make the change for you. One thing we always tell everybody around the world is the change, yes. But to be the change, you have to be aware that something has to be changed. So learn about yourself first before you try and put others right. And put yourself in a good space, put yourself in a good place, because you have the gift of life given unto you. It is up to you to now take that gift, nurture it to the best of ability to live the best life for yourself. Thank you again for the platform, and thank you to the wonderful speakers. Good afternoon, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mehrin Miamis. It was a nice presentation, though it is not any PowerPoint display, but your speech is displaying all the facts. It was just like a picture was going on through our eyes. Okay. And the last but not least, the best message you have shared, that if you have a faith, you have a hope. If you have a hope, you have the positivity. if you have a positivity, you have the the most important factors. That is the most important thing. And another thing you told that what do you call? If you know yourself, if you want to know others, you know yourself first. That is the most important thing. Thank you so much. So today's next speaker, I think Poonam Gothimis.
Poonam Gothimam, yes, she's there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good evening, Akash, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening very much, madam, principal madam. Okay,
Yes,
so, okay.
Myself, Poonam Gothi. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Myself,
Some
Poonam
backgrounds.
Gothi. Can I speak?
No, actually, I want to introduce you that Poonam Gothimis is the Best Teacher of the Year award winner of 2018 and 19 from Chitra Public School. It's a great honor for us also that you are here. And the Best Teacher award she has received in 2011 and 12 from LVM Education Center. And the 4th time award for cultural program. And for 2016, 17, 18, and 19. And she also awarded by the governor of UP in 1989 for cultural activity, awarded by the education minister of UP in 1991 for the first rank in education. Wow, fantastic, amazing. Awarded by the All India Principal Association by Shikha Padam Samman 2022. Okay. And awarded by Prithvi Buddha Excellence Award 2021, awarded by Brand Ambassador of IIU, SDG India International, and got many certificates as an international speaker and moderator. Thank you so much, madam. And welcome to the ABCD Internationals, this today's session. And I request you, please deliver your speech, and we will be eagerly waiting for your speech. Yeah, presentation. Now stage is yours. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Today's topic is very important for all of human beings. We all will completely agree with this statement of Swami Vivekananda that a healthy mind develops only in a healthy body. If the human body is healthy, then only the brain will be healthy. And we can also say that a healthy mind keeps in healthy body. That is, both mental and physical health are two sides of the same coin. We will be able to learn something new only when we are physically and mentally healthy. Modernity has provided us with many means due to which we are becoming physically weak because we are getting lazy day by day by using these means. To improve them, we need to do yoga, walk. It is very important to take proper diet and take full sleep. The biggest key of life is a healthy body. To achieve this, a person make many efforts. As we used to see in ancient times, along with education, sports are equal importance. Balance is very important in life. A happy life requires many continuous efforts. A healthy body has the biggest contribution in this. Our body has been witness to many lifestyles with our gradual activation. Change in lifestyle has left no stone unturned in making us physically comfortable, but this mentality has brought down the capabilities of the body a lot. This can also be caused from a frequent stress. In such a situation, the body should be careful
the mind has a deep connection with health. If we take out 30-40 minutes of daily exercise and exercise continuously, then we can stay away from many diseases. If you are mentally strong, then you will be able to move forward by tolerating failure. To recover from failure, you are determined to take one positive step forward every day. Surely, you will move forward after compensating for failure at a time. To be successful, it is necessary to be mentally strong. But if your body does not support, then you will not be able to reach success. Good mental health is essential for good physical health. You should give at least 1 hour to exercise and meditation every day. With a healthy body and mind, you can achieve success. Confidence is an essential element to accomplish a goal or achieve success. People who are not mentally strong also lack confidence in themselves. You should consider your good and bad decisions daily to assess your self-confidence, and by improving it, your mental health will improve and you will feel confident about yourself. If you are going through a mental problem, then do not hesitate. Go to the doctor. The treatment of mental problem is very easy. Only you are led to ask for help. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. It was a great honor for us that you have presented your paper for the ABCD International. Based on the paper, what do you call the health, the physical health and mental health. And now our speaker, I think, Preeti ma'am, is she there?
Yes, good evening. Yes, good evening.
Okay. Now Preeti ma'am will speak about the mental health and physical health, that topics. And before that, I want to introduce that what you call Preeti ma'am is the founder of EduSpire Academy, an insightful educationist having more than 2 decades of academic experience of working in CBSE schools. Thank you so much, ma'am. And I salute that you have already crossed 2 decades of your experience in CBSE school. Currently associated with Raj Prakash School, Gujarat as advisor, and as also the NCS empaneled and certified career counselor, as well as the teacher trainer in many other schools. And Preeti Mehta ma'am is a global professional member of ICCC AIEF resource person, Akash Babur International Publications. She is a co-team member, and she is also a Architects Talks registered speaker, and she is also a QCI NABAT trained assessor. And she is another feather in her cap, that is, she is also Institute of Scholars professional member and research scholar and editor. And she is also the paper presenter at National Convention and International E-Conference. And she is also a panelist and freelance writer, as well as co-author, you can say, in educational articles. Thank you so much, ma'am. Welcome to the our today's session. And I will request you to present your paper. And now the stage is yours, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you very much for such a lovely introduction, sir. I would also like to thank Akash ji for giving this opportunity, as well as selecting this topic about mental and physical health are keys to healthy life, as it is very much required to create awareness. No, because mental health physical health people are taking care of, but mental health people do not take much care of due to stigma attached to it. So during the post-pandemic, people have started realizing that we need to pay attention to mental health as well, because we find a lot of people in depression, anxiety, stress. That was the outcome. More they were visible after and before pandemic. So I think a lot of points have been covered. A lot of factors have been spoken about in past 3 days in this summit. So whatever I may share now may sound repetitive a little bit, but I would have taken some insights from eminent scholars, health coaches, as well as some speakers. So from that, whatever insights I have gathered, I got some different perspective, and that I would like to share and think maybe add value to whatever other speakers have spoken about. So I would like to share my screen. Is it?
Yes, Akash sir, please give her
Yes,
the
ma'am.
permission to share.
Sir, can you help me out? I have sent you the presentation. Can you, from your end, can you give me the, can you start from your end?
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
I can also play, but you can also share.
Yes, sir. Like I have sent you, if I start, no, there will be issues with the network and all. So if it is possible, if you
The
can
Bluetooth
start.
successfully.
Okay, no problem, Miss. You can share your PPT in the group so that I can share.
Sir, I have shared that in the group. One more
Please.
time.
Yeah, please. Please, you can share. I so that I can share for everyone.
Sir, are you getting that?
Okay.
So what?
Just I got it. Okay, so I am sharing.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Is it okay? Everyone can see it?
No, sir.
Just, can you see it now? Please.
Sir, it's not visible.
No, sir.
Please cancel it and please share it again, sir.
It's not visible at all.
Oh, okay. I have done the share the screen.
Okay, sir. Should I continue
Just wait. Can I share now?
Please.
Is it okay?
It's not visible, sir, at all. It's not visible. Ma'am, you can go without. PPT also.
So what I have gathered is, see, when we say health, it includes mental as well as physical health. Okay, and when we say healthy life, it is equal to health as well as wellness. So thus, health and wellness together, what does it mean? It means that we need to achieve and maintain physical fitness and mental stability along with other dimensions of our lives. So what I have got is...
Yes, we can see it now.
Yes. Can you please go to the next slide, sir? Yeah. So what I have, from the insights, what I got is, when we consider health, it is including two things, that is mental as well as physical. So when we go to the healthy life, then it is including health as well as wellness. So what happens is we are concentrating on mental health as well as physical health. But along with that, if we take into consideration other dimensions of our lives, then we will be having a very holistic view of the health and wellness. So that's the insight I got from that. So what are those? So next slide, please. What are those 8 dimensions of wellness, which have been given by the scholars? Are environmental, financial, intellectual, emotional, physical, social, occupational, as well as spiritual. So what does they signify? So, sir, next slide, sir. So when we talk about physical wellness, as everybody has spoken about that, eating good food, nutritionist value, mindful eating, as well as physical activity, sleep, good sleep, regular habits, all this is covered under the physical. Then when we go to the intellectual, we have to take care of our brain. So we need to have something like we need to keep our brain active by playing some puzzle, crosswords. We should have developed hobbies. Then financial wellness is also very important, because if we are worried about our finances, then we will be having a disturbance in our mental health. So we should be knowing about what is our financial goals, what are our retirement planning from the beginning. That will help. Coming to the environmental wellness, we should be, if we are living in a clean area, clean access to water, food, and all that, then there will be a good effect on our health. As well as if we are connected to the nature, then also we will be able to add to our environmental wellness. Coming to spiritual wellness, developing, appreciation of life. We should also appreciate life, do meditations. These are some of the things. Coming to social awareness means making new friends, giving quality time to the family, involving in the community activities. All that comes under the social awareness. Coming to the occupational awareness, if we are in an occupation in which we are having interest or passion, then we will be able to work very, with enthusiasm, and we will be having a good mental peace. So that's what we mean by the occupational awareness. Coming to emotional wellness means it's very much related to the mental. So self-awareness is very important. Stress busters, someone with whom we can share whatever feelings are, pent up in us. We need someone to share. So we should not feel shy to share with someone. Otherwise, it will become a problem and it may turn into anxiety or depression. So what we need is the balance of these 8 dimensions, so that we are going towards the path of a healthy life. So mental, physical, along with other dimensions, if they are balanced, then it can give us a. So coming to the next point, sir, next slide. So how can, so I can, with example, we can understand the interconnectedness of these dimensions. If we are having some money issues, like money problem, if we're not able to afford something which we like and we want to buy, so what will be happening? That is a financial dimension. Financial wellness is affected. So what happens because of that? We become, there is an anxiety created in us, and emotional or mental wellness is affected because of anxiety. Then because of that, there will be a medical problem. So it is related to the physical wellness. And due to this physically we are not fit. So what will happen? That there may be a trouble at work. So it will lead to occupational wellness. Then And when it leads to trouble, you may get fired, or you may have a disturbance in your occupation or in your work area. So what will happen? You will be asking yourself, why me? Why God is doing to me? Or why this happened? So you are trying to find out a spiritual purpose. It may happen that you may lose a job. So what will happen? You will have less connections with the people. So it will affect your social awareness. Then after losing your job, you may have, affordability will get reduced. So what will happen? Because of that, you may have to shift your area also of place of accommodation, house. So what will happen? You may have to go to a place where the environment will not be that safe or not that good. So it will have like interconnectedness. I'm trying to show you with that all goals needs to be balanced. So coming to the next, how can we achieve this mind, soul, and body connection? So next slide. So if we are aware of that, how we can, I think the same has come. Please move forward one more. Here also I am talking about that only 8 dimensions I've covered. So please next. Okay. So if I have to talk about balance of this 8 dimension, can lead us to the path of healthy life. So how, when, and all that, if we want an answer, we can always approach a health coach, or we can join a gym, or we can read some books. So there are so many ways by which we can move towards that path and maintain our health. So I had gone through so many books. I had read the heading, but the 3 books which appealed me, I would like to share a little bit about that. So the 3 books were Heal Your Body by Lucy Hay, then Ikigai, that's a Japanese concept, and the third one is the this epic scripture, Bhagavad Gita, our own. Coming to the next slide, sir. So why I picked Heal Your Body is that because it is showing a perfect, combination, interconnectedness between mental cause for physical illness and the metaphysical way to overcome that. So the author has given a list of affirmation and why, due to which emotion the illness occurs, and what affirmation can heal. Because the author, Lucy Hay, she herself was suffering from, this is the book written in the 80s, but it's an international bestseller book, and many people do refer that for getting healed naturally, because these certain diseases are very lifestyle diseases. They do not require any medication. So if we make some changes, or if we understand our body, if we understand, if we observe our body and act according to that, we will be definitely able to find the way. That's what the author is trying to say. And it has helped so many people also, that you can cure by concentrating on your thoughts, by concentrating on your mental and emotional well-being. So like example here of the book, simple example I have taken as to how the book, what is there in the book. So what she says is, for example, abdominal cramps. So that is happening because of the emotion of fear, and that stops the process. So what is the affirmation she is asking the people to take is, I trust the process of life and I am safe. Addiction, she is telling that running away from self is the reason, the connection she has brought. And it has, there are so many reviews that it has helped a lot of people. And I also got a lot of insights from this. So I picked that book, and it's a very good book. Many of you might have read also. Coming to my next book is, the next one, Ikigai. That also many of you must have come across that. It's a Japanese secret of a long and happy life, which was written by a Spanish writer. He was a software engineer, and he stayed in Japan, and he wanted to know what is the secret of the people living in Okinawa, especially in Japan, for a very long life. They were all having a very good longevity. So, and they wrote a book which is talking about same thing. These factors are covered in that. What is the purpose of our life and how can we live a healthy, happy, and a purposeful life, very long life. So what are the things we need to care of? Like what are the food habits? What are the working way? What is the things which we have been discussing, all this have been discussed. So many other people also refer this book for other insights also, but for health also this can be very, very useful. So coming to mind, the next one, Bhagavad Gita. Why go to the other countries? When we have it in our own culture, this scripture of Bhagavad Gita, which is asking us. So the main essence is that everything should be taken in moderation. If we take anything in moderation, there will be a balance. That's what is the main essence of healthy life. You know, life, mental and physical health. If we are in balance, we don't get any lifestyle diseases. Other diseases, of course, requires medication. But lifestyle diseases can be very much cured if we are taking some insights from this type of books. Bhagavad Gita is having a lot of chapters, how to overcome grief, how to be, how to be kind, so many other, like how to self-healing habits, and all these natural solutions are given by in the form of Lord Krishna talking to Arjuna. So everyone is knowing about the Bhagavad Gita. So why people don't try to read it is because they think there's a myth that it can be read only in the old age. But now it's come in a very different form, easy manner, understandable, connections are given. So many forms of Bhagavad Gita we do find. And if we are coming across such book, it will help us. Coming to what is happening or what steps other countries across the globe are taking. I tried to find out that. So what I found was the Sustainable Development Goal, SDG. The third goal is that only, that good health and well-being, how that can be achieved, how that can be promoted by 2030 is reaching the goal. So that also is, many countries are trying hard to reach that. So coming to our own country, the next one, health and wellness. What are the health and wellness initiative taken by our country? Means in our India is Ayushman Bharat program started, which was started in 2018. Then health and wellness centers are also coming up. Even in education, if I talk about education sector, because that is the main area from where this has to come. So if we talk about CBSE board, which I am aware of, what we find, the CBSE affiliated school, they are using health manual on mental well-being. School health clubs are being run in many of the schools, as well as recently they have started health and wellness program and training for the teachers also, which is, this program is in collaboration with UNESCO. So steps are being taken. We don't know how it will help or on which way it will go, but awareness has started. It's a good that we have started taking steps towards understanding and importance of mental health along with physical health, so that everybody can lead a healthy life. Thank you. Thank you everyone for patiently listening. With that, I come to my end.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was a superb presentation, really, and we have learned a lot. And I think I am not wrong that you have touched the point SDG along with this healthy lifestyle. I think previous speakers didn't mention it, maybe. and you have given so many others way to improve our healthy and mental status. Okay, thank you so much. And who is the next speaker, Akash sir?
Sharda ma'am, I guess.
Yes, we don't have any speaker right now. So if Meenakshi ma'am, if you want to share anything, you can.
Yes, Meenakshi ma'am, please. We want to hear you. Please.
Thank you so much, first of all, and good evening to all the eminent speakers who are here. And I'm sorry I have joined a little late. I met with a small accident, so I was not able to join on time. But I'm, following the series from past 3 days, and I have learned a lot with the mental health and, spiritual being of this thing. What I want to only 2 points, which everybody has covered, and I want to say it's the same thing where when you are healthy, when this is in your control, as Preeti ma'am has said in Bhagavad Gita, why to go abroad and read different books when we have our own things in our hands? And in Gita, this shared very well when it is one episode in Gita where the Arjuna asked Krishna that why am I doing all this and why am I supposed to go ahead with that when I'm killing my own brothers and sisters and everybody is fighting and we are not going towards one goal. Lord Krishna said in one sentence, and I'm not able to do it. This is what he said, I'm not able to do it. I'm not in a mental position to handle this anymore. I am stressed out, I can't do it. So that is where the mental, health is been shown by Lord Krishna. He says that when you are able to control your own injuries, and as she said, steps are taken, but it's on us. It's on us how we take our part, how we take, go ahead with that. And how Ms. Meheran has also said that, there are things available, but it is on us how we, contribute to the society. First is how we do it to ourselves. If we can help ourselves, we can help. So we need to have, physical health and mental health is seriously a big problem, big issues in schools, colleges, at homes also, because there is no age limit to have a mental illness. And it's us, we need to recognize whether the person is mentally ill, because they'll not say I'm mentally ill and they don't feel like I'm mentally ill. So we need to help people out there. And, there are n numbers of, the list is endless where we cannot go to, point out where it is called as a mental illness. So I don't want to quote it as a mental illness or, any, disgrace it with some, with that, abbreviation. But yes, it is a cause where it is linked with happiness. If this is strong, your mental health is strong, obviously you are healthy, you are happy. You can make your aura is like that, you can make everybody happy. So here, how Akash sir has, created the aura of bringing everybody together, learning together, and getting so much of knowledge, where we have, in the past 3 days, so many speakers have come and so much of knowledge we have gained. We can seriously make out a book of it, Akash, so this is what I can say, because we have so much intact. And so much of, resources are there, and resource people like Preeti ma'am and Swati sir who were. So we have learned a lot today. So be healthy, stay healthy, be happy. We have, yes, one thing which I want to end here is there are problems. There will be problems. There were problems. So it's not that people are living without problems. There were, there are, and there's going to be more of problems in our future life. So be happy, try to find a solution, try to, be happy with whatever you have. It can be a small, don't look into other people's platter what they have got. It's their karmas, their faults, whatever they are having it. You be happy with whatever you have and that moment. And we don't know what is in the next, phase of life. So make yourself happy, make others happy. This is what in one moment, what happened next, we don't know. So that is what its life is. So with this, I would like to thank Akash sir and Haridas sir for taking, this platform, and all the eminent speakers who were today there and in the summit previously. From 2nd of September, we have started, and today is the 4th of September where we are ending the summit. So whoever all have spoken and whoever all are seeing us, so thank you so much for being a part of this wonderful summit, and looking forward for more summits like this where we can learn a lot. Again, be healthy, be safe, stay blessed. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank,
We were
thank
wonderful.
you.
No?
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. If you
Yes,
want to
thank you
say
so much.
anything, sir.
Yes, I want to what do you call share a few lines for this amazing summit. You have taken the initiative. The thing is, we create our own world. It is true. We are saying that man is the architect of his own fate. It's true. But apart from that, we will have to think that whatever we are dealing with in our daily life, sometimes if you think it deeply, that we are creating our own problems. So we will have to figure out what is the reason for problem and what is the main reason or main fault he or she has done. That is the most important thing. And if we can remove those points from our daily life, if we can remove those faults from our character, from our behavior, from our nature, from our humanities, sometimes in our daily life we can see lots of people are doing misdeeds, unhuman activities. So those activities we will have to remove from the society. We will have to take initiative. And nowadays the government of India, the Ministry of HRD are looking after about the counselor in each and every schools. In private schools they are recruiting the counselor, but in government sector I think you will not be able to find any counselor in any school, particularly in the metro city. Even in the rural area it's not possible. But I have worked in abroad in many schools, and I have worked with many international teachers in my 11 years journey. And I have seen that in abroad, basically they are focusing the students' mental health issues first, then educational and academic standard and educational and academic growth. First, they are taking an interview for the parents, and then they are taking an interview for the academic standard or growth of the children. So here it is not. Here maximum students are going to the school to take admission in the richest school just because of their father's or mother's money or their capital. Otherwise, maybe they are carrying some mental health problem, mental health issues, but due to the richness, they are getting admission. But in abroad, I have seen in many schools, it is not possible. First of all, parents should have to give the interview, then the students. And if in case in any society, if you see that this type of situations are happening, we will have to look after these things. If we ignore, then all will be ignoring us, because the problem, we are the creator. Yes, Meenakshi ma'am just told that problems was there, problem is there, and problem will be there. It's true, 100%. But as my previous speaker told, that through the sustainable development goal, if we take this initiative, that healthy life, we can obviously remove these problems and agitations and this anxiety and these depressions especially in the students' mental situation, and the student and the education field will be very peaceful, and obviously the society will grow nicely, and there will be less mental problem. Just my previous speaker shown slides that in 2022, in the world's population, we have seen yesterday also I told that India is the first three amongst three ranker. America, China, and India is the third. So 20% of the people are running through the depression or anxiety or stress or mental health issues. Yes, it's true. But if we can take together as a great initiative to remove these problems from the society, we can. I sure, if we take the initiative, we can remove the problem from the society. Thank you so much. And Akash ji for taking this nice initiative. And Meenakshi ma'am also told very nice talks that problem was there, problem is present still, and problem will be there. We can make solution. Thank you so much, everyone. And Akash sir and Sarda ma'am, if you want to speak something, you can please share your speech for today's last session. and we will be we will be coming soon with another new issues, with another new subjects. Hopefully, Akash sir will take another initiative. We are always with you, Akash sir. Thank you so much.
Looking forward for more sessions, Akash sir.
Thank you.
Because these kind of sessions actually we need to have in schools where the students need this more on mental issues. Because in our society, as Haridas sir has said, that we have only made the society like that, and we have made competitions where we put our children there. Your marks are not this much. 90% 80% ऊपर नहीं आए वो देखो उसके कितने. We are creating that kind of discrimination. And Haridas sir, you are absolutely correct. If we go to Finland, if we go to abroad, especially in Finland, these kind of education, Indian, they are looking, they are teaching with Indian ethics, where they are teaching Sanskrit, they are teaching, Vedic math, where living in India, we don't have that kind of things. And you are absolutely true, where parents are being interviewed. Here in India, we don't interview the parents.
Yeah.
So, please take these kind of issues, this kind of webinars for schools also, which are really helpful for the students, where they go to a lot of stress and mental trauma in today's world, created by us only in today's world. But this kind of issues have to be addressed. So I seriously request you to make webinars for the students, especially.
When I was in Qatar, and I was working in English Modern School Doha, the school is purely British school, and it is affiliated with IGCSE, University of Cambridge curriculum, and NESCC, New England Association for School and Colleges, this association member school. And I have worked with the teachers of England. I have worked with the teachers of Finland. So when I was working with the teachers of Finland, I asked that in Google, if we search, which is the best education system in which country, it is Finnish education. So their main speak is that we never focus on the child's educational marks and standards and growth. We always focus on the students or children's mental growth. Basically, they are not giving and they are not putting any pressure to get 100% marks or 90% marks. But in India, it is the competition. 99.9% is the percentile cut-off marks. Oh my God, can you imagine? But the problem is that guy doing suicide. So what is the main reason? 99% score holder is getting suicide. Is it the proper education? So we are failure. We are only producing the marks. We are only getting the marks in the mark sheet. Never we think about the child's mental growth and the parents' mental growth also. Being as a parent counselor, being as a parental coach, I am doing lots of parenting classes. I have seen in my own eyes, or I am practicing also, that in India is the biggest problem in parenting. Biggest problem in parenting. If you go through just few days before, I was getting another mail from in a WhatsApp number that UK education system study visit. So I told them that I have worked with all other UK teachers in abroad for a long years. So please don't teach us about what you are going to visit there and they are taking 3 lakhs amount of money, and they will be taking to the Europe or England or somewhere. But I told them, if you are using your own brain and proper humanity, and if you are getting the Indian the anthology and the spirituality and the meditation and motivational other the materials what we have, we are the richest in the world. Can you imagine when my guide Dr. Howard Sagan invited me in a evening dinner, that the notice was invite all Y chromosomes at my flat. Okay, so that means for the male. Okay, so after the dinner, he took me that, Harry, please come to my bedroom. When I entered his bedroom, I saw that just in his study table, there was a picture of Swami Vivekananda, Ramakrishna and Saradamani, and there is a Ramakrishna Kathamrita and Bhagavad Gita was there. When he took that book and he is giving to me and he is telling, have you gone through this properly? Really, I was feeling shame on me that I have not gone through it properly. Others, yes, non-Indians are studying Indians anthology too much. They are taking the वो कहता है ना हिंदी में, ये चारी तरफ गोलमाल है, ठीक है, गोल को छोड़ दो, सिर्फ माल उठा लो, बात सिर्फ यही है. You will have to take the fruits only. पेड़ में बहुत सारा कुछ है, सिर्फ फल को लो, लेकिन हम लोग को करता नहीं. We are leaving behind the main part of our ancestors, what they have already done it. So we will have to follow Gita, Ramayana, and also Mahabharata. When I went to IIM Kozhikode, Calicut, our director, Dr. Devashish Chatterjee, he has written 7 or 8 books. Can you believe that in his own website, devchat.com, you can see the books. All books are based on Mahabharata. Because Mahabharata, the main is the main management part. What he is telling, still, he is the director. He is the Fulbright scholar. He has 27 years of teaching experience in Harvard University as well as throughout the global. Okay, he is telling always about the speech through the Mahabharata. So we will have to remember it. We don't have to forget these roots of our Indian ancestors. Thank you so much, Akashji. Please take another initiative with a new topic.
Yes, exactly. And महाभारत या गीता की स्टडी होनी चाहिए अपनी. जब हम कहते हैं गीता अपनी माँ है, तो हमें ऑफ कोर्स उस पे गर्व होना चाहिए खुद के कि या तो फिर हम इंडियन है, इंडिया में जन्म लिए हैं, तो इसी बात पे गर्व होना चाहिए, क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ पे भगवान ऋषि मुनियों ने जन्म लिया है और इतना कुछ दिया है. तो हमें उस पे थोड़ा सोचना भी चाहिए. ऑफ कोर्स पढ़ना चाहिए. हम हर एक सभी लोग बोलते तो है ही, पर सच में हम पढ़ते हैं क्या? तो हम जैसे बोलते हैं ना कि किसी को कुछ बोलने से पहले हम सच में करते हैं क्या? तो जैसे हम अपने आप को पूछना चाहिए. और कोर्स जब मैं कहता हूँ तो मैं सच में करता हूँ. मैंने गीता, महाभारत, रामायण काफी कुछ लोगों से सीखा है, पढ़ा है, मनन किया है. तो उसी से हमें बहुत सारी प्रेरणा मिलती है. जब हम प्रिंसिपल्स को जान लेते हैं ना, तो भले कितने ही प्रॉब्लम्स आए, कुछ भी हो, जब हम अभी मेंटली और फिजिकली प्रॉब्लम्स की बात कर रहे हैं, तो एक बार अगर हम गीता को समझ ले, उसमें भगवान ने जो आश्वासन दिए हैं, जो प्रिंसिपल्स दिए, अगर हम उसको जान ले, तो फिर टेंशन की कोई बात नहीं है. मेंटली हम अनस्टेबल कभी हो नहीं सकते हैं. होंगे भी तो वापस स्टेबिलाइजेशन पर आ सकते हैं. और यही बातें हैं, फिर हम इस इनिशिएटिव को कंटिन्यू रखेंगे. आप लोगों का सभी का सपोर्ट चाहिए. बस आप इनिशिएटिव को और कुछ आइडियाज सजेस्ट कर सकते हैं, तो इसी को कंटिन्यू करेंगे. वर्जन 2 को लेके आएंगे. और आज के जो भी स्पीकर्स थे, सभी का धन्यवाद है. आप लोगों ने इतना अच्छा आपके नॉलेज शेयर किया है. हरिदास सर, मीनाक्षी मैम, आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. आपने आज का दिन बहुत अच्छे से मैनेज किया.
Always there to support you, sir. Anything. Always there to support you. We all are there to support you.
Yes. Poonam ma'am, Preeti ma'am, thank you so much for your wonderful speeches. और यहाँ पे अपन 3 दिन का समिट एंड करते हैं. अपकमिंग समिट का नोटिफिकेशन जल्दी आएगा. और थैंक यू उन्हें भी कहना चाहिए जो यहाँ पे आज अवेलेबल नहीं है, पर ये आइडिया उन्हीं का था. हम बोलते हैं ना कि बहुत सारे लोग क्रेडिट लेने के लिए हमेशा रेडी रहते हैं, पर कुछ ऐसे भी लोग सोसाइटी में होना चाहिए जिनका क्रेडिट है वो उन्हीं को दे. तो ये क्रेडिट ना तो बिल्कुल मेरा है. ये जो आइडिया था, ये जो टाइटल समिट का है, वो सोनिया मैम का है. वो सोनिया मैम समिट के हेड है, तो उनको आप आइडिया शेयर कर सकते हैं, ग्रुप में आइडिया शेयर कर सकते हैं, आगे कैसे लेके जाए. तो ये सब क्रेडिट उन्हीं को जाता है. उन्हीं ने वो सब कुछ मैनेज किया है. और एक बार फिर से सोनिया मैम के लिए भी क्लैप हो जाते हैं और उनको धन्यवाद.
yes.
और फिर मिलते हैं अगले समिट में, अगले सेशंस की ओर तक. तब तक